joining us today. All right. My name is Brittany Perry. I am one of the health educators and wellness coordinators here at Healthy Lifestyles. And I have one of our wonderful health coaches and health educators as well with us here today that you'll be hearing from, Annie Omer. Do you want to hop on and say hi, Annie?
Hi, my name's Annie. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm really excited about health coaching. So thanks for being with us today.
Awesome. So today we are going to be talking all about health and wellness coaching and what to expect from it. So previously, if you've been with Healthy Lifestyles for quite a bit of time over the years, health coaching has taken many forms. So prior, it was with biometric screenings, and we would do it at the end. And then with COVID, we were unable to host health and wellness coaching, and now it is back and it has taken on a new form. So we are offering health and wellness coaching for you guys to sign up, and we're going to be talking all about what it is. So, as you guys have questions or thoughts, please throw those in the chat. Annie and I will be monitoring those. If you also feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask the question as well. So, Annie, if you don't mind bringing those questions up if it fits into the conversation as we go. All right. So first, you may be asking yourself, well, what is health and wellness coaching? And do not worry, we are here to tell you. So what we're offering with health and wellness coaching is it's personal and virtual sessions that you can meet with a health coach one-on-one. And ultimately, what these coaching sessions look like is up to you. But we are here to provide a little bit of structure and framework to help narrow down some ideas. So as you are listening to this presentation today, be asking yourself, is health and wellness coaching for me? Is this something that I want to utilize? And what could I talk about when I schedule an appointment? So ultimately, with coaching, we're there to help create a plan that helps you build healthy and sustainable behaviors. So again, with Healthy Lifestyles, we're looking at behavior change. What can we help you with ultimately, and what are your goals? So it can be working towards long-term health goals. It can be short-term health goals. It can be focusing on all of the dimensions of wellness. And it's specifically catering to what your needs are. So again, you can learn how to change the way you think and speak to yourself. You can work with us on replacing negative thoughts and with positive self-talk. The list goes on and on, but on your screen, you can see that we've helped generate some ideas as to what health and wellness coaching can look like for you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to help you set smart goals, right? So we want to make sure that these goals are attainable for you and that this is something that you want rather than what you think we want, because ultimately your wellness is up to you. And we're here to be that accountability buddy for you. So we're here to hold you accountable, to support you, to provide resources in what you see best fit for your health and wellness. So what can you expect during a health and wellness coaching? At first, I know it can be nerve-wracking to sign up for something that you ultimately don't know what to expect for. So let me break it down for you. So our health coaching sessions, again, are virtual. It's as far as accessibility for us and for all of our participants, as we serve a little over 2,300 of our employees here, we want to be able to reach you. And so the best way that we can do that is through virtual sessions. And they are 30 minutes. So initially they will be 30 minutes. And as you meet with your health coach, we can cater to the timing. So if you find that you need some more time with your personal health coach, then we can extend that. But count on that first 1 or 2 sessions to be 30 minutes as we get to know you, you get to know us, and as we get to know what your goals are and ultimately what you want out of health and wellness coaching. So those appointment slots will be 30 minutes at a time. With those appointments, they are scheduled at various times of the day. So we offer with all of our team, and we'll talk about who our health coaches are. We are trying to cater to a very wide variety of availability times. So again, 30 minutes, and they're posted as early as 6:30 in the morning to later at 6:30 in the evening. So again, it is what is best for you and your schedule. Some more things that you can expect is you can expect to get to know your health coach, and we want to get to know you, right? Again, wellness is unique to you, and health coaching is best if we can get to know you and what you want out of it. So again, these are basics that you can expect out of health coaching, but again, it's really personal to you. During those first 1 or 2 sessions, we're going to try to help you identify those realistic steps to help make you most successful during your health coaching and the time spent with us. And definitely last but not least is we will talk to you and figure out how best we can hold you accountable and how best we can serve you, whether that looks like measuring progress as often as weekly with your coach. Again, it does not have to be weekly. We have seen with previous employees that we've served is we can meet as often as every week, or it can be as often as every month for an extended period of time. So usually, again, talking about the length and frequency of health coaching is if you meet with us and you're like, yeah, I want to continue to do this. This is going to be beneficial for me. Awesome. We can talk about what that looks like and how long you want to work with a health coach on. So we've had people that meet with us for 3 weeks and they say, you know what, this was awesome. I feel like I'm set on the right track, and I feel supported enough where I can go out on my own. Wonderful. And we've had people schedule up to a year's worth of health coaching too. So again, this is really catered to you, and we're available to support you and your needs. So we've broken down what is health and wellness coaching, what you can expect during a session, and now we can talk about what can you discuss with your health coaches. So with your health coaches, we are all certified health education specialists, and all of your health coaches are overly qualified to be able to help you with your goals. So some of the ideas, again, that we've generated, you do not have to stick to these, but some ideas to get you on the path of thinking about what's best for you is we can talk about nutrition habits and what those look like. Are you wanting to talk more about your nutrition? Is it looking at, you know, upping your intake of fruits or vegetables, or are you wanting to try a different meal prep, or whatever that looks like to you? We can talk about nutrition habits. Physical activity and movement is a large one as well, right? The first two things that pop into your mind when you think about health and wellness is nutrition and physical activity. Again, we love to talk about those things. We can talk about perhaps finding joyful movement, right? Are you bored of moving your body, or are you looking to increase your movement levels? We can talk about that and talk about potential barriers that are getting in your way, or what has worked for you in the past but is no longer serving you. We really break down these overarching topics into something very specific for you, because again, the more specific that you get and the more personal that you get, it tends to work best. Some other ideas: stress management and coping skills. This is a very large one that we see with employees and their wants and needs when it comes to worksite wellness and wellness in general, right? We need a lot of coping tools in our toolbox, and within different seasons of our lives, we need to revisit those and take a look and say, okay, you know what? I have a lot of tools, but they're no longer working for what I need. And we can help work with you to generate some ideas on how can we increase those coping skills? How can we revisit them and maybe sharpen them up a little bit? Again, we are here to bounce off ideas with you to see what works best. Last two ideas that I have for you is how to leverage personal strengths. How can you be successful within your goal and dig into those strengths that you have? Again, we can look at maybe on the opposite end, personal strengths and how to increase them, but also diving into what you do have. These tools that you have, we want to utilize them to make them work for you. And last, any areas of wellness that you feel like comfortable discussing. So again, really opening it back up. There are tons of different dimensions of wellness, and I'm going to get to that in my next slide. But don't limit yourself when you're thinking of health coaching just to nutrition and physical activity. Again, those are those instant topics that pop into our mind when we think about health and wellness, but don't shortchange yourself. There's lots of dimensions that go into making us a whole, functioning, well human. Maybe diving into those other categories and saying, hey, you know what? I haven't thought about my intellectual wellness in a while. What does that look like for me, and how can I increase that in my life? All right, I'm going to pause right there. Do we have any questions or comments in the chat regarding what I've talked about already? Nope.
No questions so far, Brittany.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's dive into the dimensions of wellness. Now, when I'm talking about taking a look at all of your dimensions of wellness, this is what I'm referring to on your screen. As you can see, we have things that maybe perhaps you haven't thought about before: your cultural wellness, your environmental wellness, financial, intellectual, mental, physical, spiritual, social, and occupational. Again, all of these things help us be a well individual, and sometimes some of these get pushed to the back burner. And so maybe you take a second after today's presentation, and I hope you do so, take a step back and say, you know what? I haven't thought about my mental health for a moment. Let's touch base there and see if there's a place that we can help you work through those. Or environmental health and wellness is a very large factor into looking at our lives and how we're operating. And maybe you take a moment and step back and say, you know what, there are some goals that I want to increase my wellness and environmental health. I'm not sure how to get started. That is a perfect place for you then to schedule a health and wellness coaching appointment, and we can help you figure that out from there. And now, one point to push the envelope a little bit further with the dimensions of wellness is, as you're creating goals, or maybe you're already in some health coaching sessions, as we do have those available right now, is with our marketing, with all of our programming that we do across Healthy Lifestyles, we've incorporated these new little icons with everything that we market. And so, again, I'm going back to my example of, say you've schedule a health coaching appointment regarding your environmental health and wellness, and you're looking for some additional support outside of health coaching. That is wonderful. You can look at our programming that we send out regarding our workshops or programming or activities, and we will have these little icons listed across them, so that you can easily identify which programs and activities you want to participate in and what they have to offer, because you can see these icons. You can say, oh, okay, I see that little green leaf on that activity. I'm going to go and participate in that because I'm currently working on something with my environmental health, and I think this could be of benefit to me. So again, we're just trying to full circle everything together so that it works nicely for you and that it's easily identified to help support you and your wellness goals. All right. So I've talked a lot about our health coaching, but your question may be, who's going to be health coaching me? And we have a full team of our health coaches available on standby to meet with you regarding the appointments that you book. So all of our health educators and myself and Sadie are, again, overly certified to help you and meet with you. And again, our job is to best support and best serve our employees of Salt Lake County. That is what employee wellness is all about. So you have an opportunity to schedule health coaching appointments with any of our health coaching team members. So If you've heard us talk, or if you've heard our philosophies, and we will be talking a little bit more about our philosophies and other upcoming activities and podcasts and things like that. But as you read and get to know us, if you feel like you mesh better with somebody, awesome. Schedule an appointment with that individual. Again, we are all certified to do this, and we want to make sure that you get to the health coach that can best help you, and that best aligns with your health and wellness philosophy as well. All right. So, again, please be thinking of any questions or comments that you have. Throw those in the chat. But I'm going to kind of turn them over to Annie to now talk about how do you sign up for health coaching. We've talked all about the benefits and all the amazing things that can come from it. But ultimately, how do I schedule an appointment? And go ahead and take that away, Annie.
Thanks, Brittany. So I hope that you're as excited as we are for health coaching. We've tried to streamline the sign-up process to make it as simple and accessible for our participants as possible. So everyone has access to this through their WellSteps account. Once you sign into your WellSteps account, you'll click on the 3 lines in your top right corner on your homepage. And then that will take you to, it'll pop down this screen and show you all of your options. You'll want to find the calendar icon, and then you'll click on the calendar icon. You may need to scroll down a little bit to see it. And then that will take you to the calendar that has all of our health coaching events available for you to sign up. You may need to scroll down to be able to see them all. We offer them at various dates and times throughout the day so that they are accessible to you. So you can choose whichever session works best for you. Each health coaching appointment is 30 minutes. They can be longer upon request after you get to know your health coach, but we're starting with 30 minutes for each session for now. Once you find a session that you like, that you want to sign up for, you can click on the teal dot on the corner. It has an R on it, and that is for register. It'll pull up the events or the details of the event, who it's with, the time and the date, and it will tell you that it's available to register. So then you'll click the R again, and it will take you to the registration page. This is where you will provide your contact information. You can choose if you'd like to be contacted by email or by phone to be reminded for your upcoming session. So just enter your information, and then you will verify the time and date is correct again, and then you will hit register, and then you should get a confirmation email. So it is very simple. We hope that this is accessible and easy for participants to access. We do have our health coaches putting times available on the calendar for up to 6 weeks out in advance, so that you can schedule something today or something a little bit farther out. So that is how you sign up. And now we will take questions. If you have any other questions.
I saw in the chat a question, and Annie answered that while she was talking about how to sign up, is how long the health coaching sessions are. Again, they are 30 minutes. But if you choose, after you schedule that initial 30-minute appointment, if you do choose that an hour would be best, or maybe you have a quick 15-minute check-in between appointments, it is really between you and your health coach to decide that from there. And Annie, I can't see the chat. If you'll.
Yeah. Okay, we have a great question. Also, is it possible for Healthy Lifestyles to work with SLCO to update fitness forms? The current forms only allow for use of fitness time if you have the gym membership. It seems with these days of inflation, it would be more beneficial to avoid burnout, to allow for activities that are more accessible, like going for walks, biking, etc.
Great question. And I would love to share a little bit of insight. So currently we are working on taking a look at the fitness policies and all of that, encompassing it. I know different divisions have different policies, but yes, great question. As far as the fitness forms, I don't have a direct answer as if we can guarantee anything, but that is a really great observation. And yes, Senia, if you don't mind, I'll get in contact with you after this meeting to chat a little bit more about those details.
Another question in the chat, is it necessary to have a camera for the appointments?
Great question. The answer is no. Although it is useful to be able to, when you're meeting, you can see each other face to face, right? As much as virtual allows. So ideally, yes, but if that is if you don't have access to that, then that's okay. And we can work around that.
Great question. Any other questions about health coaching?
Awesome. If you guys do have questions, you know where to reach us, myhealthylifestyles@slco.org. Email us. If you do have any questions or hesitations before signing up, again, we're more than happy to clear the air or answer any of those questions. Now, with health coaching, we want the word to spread. So if you're super interested and super pumped, as we are with health coaching, please share this information with your coworkers, with your colleagues, if they have said that they're interested in this type of service or looking into it. Please, it is nice to have word of mouth to share information this way.
Question in the chat, can our spouse participate?
The answer is definitely. With Healthy Lifestyles, we want your adult designees and or your spouse to participate in our services. So yes, they're interested, have them sign up. Again, your spouse, if they're not signed up with Healthy Lifestyles, reach out to us because they definitely can be and reap the benefits with that too. But they should have access to a WellSteps account and they can go in and schedule it for themselves as well. Great question.
Awesome. One thing I'd like to add, if you are looking at the calendar for health coaching appointments and you don't see a time that works for you, reach out to us and let us know. We are flexible, and since we're just starting this out, we're kind of still figuring out the best times of day to offer health coaching. So feel free to reach out to us, let us know a time that would work for you, and we will find a health educator and a health coach who can assist you at that time.
Great point, Annie.
Okay, any last questions? One more question in the chat. Can you also meet in person?
Great question. The answer is depends on your health coach, and it depends on what those needs are. Our first 1 to 2 sessions will always be virtual, just so that we can get to know you and your needs, and then from there, based off of the relationship that you're able to build with your health coach and your needs and what's coming out of that session, we can work with you on if that's best served as an in-person health coaching session. I love these questions. This is wonderful. For those that need to hop off, you can do so now. Thank you guys so much for attending our Health Coaching 101. We will be, again, just as a reminder, posting this everywhere on our weekly lineups, and I will be sending it out to the list that has registered as well. So you may see this twice. But again, thank you so much for attending today. Thank you for your interest in health coaching. We hope you sign up. We hope to